I am absolutely mind blown at how easily it can be to get sucked into somebody's energy, right? It's like you set the intention going into it to bring your awareness and energy back in yourself and into your body and just focus on what it is that you are feeling. However, then what happens is they start to say this, that, and the other, and you start to get jittery, right? You start to get like, you don't know entirely how you feel. And then before you know it, you're just consumed by their energy. And not only that, but you're also matching their energy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how this works. So, what I'm looking at now in my own life is having the intention going into a situation with somebody to not match their energy, to basically remain stable within myself and my frame and my boundaries, and recognize the separation between myself and them. And believe me, it is not easy, especially when you're so used to, as a result of conditioning, you're so used to matching people's energies. You're so used to feeling like you need to, like get back and like push back and fight back. But when you can really remain safe and stable for yourself and balanced, that's when things go really good. And what I've noticed is that, like, for myself, one of the most challenging things is to just be like, listen, I feel uncomfortable right now. I feel unsafe. And of course, not being afraid to say, as a result of your energy, right? As a result of the other person's energy, of course. Um, it's weird to kind of, it's not weird because, I mean, like, looking at the dynamics of society, the dynamics of how people are and everything, um, I've said this before. A lot of people out there, I would argue, in my own experience, a far majority of people out there are not healthy, safe, or stable. And that, in and of itself, creates a dysfunctional dynamic. Because if the intention is to learn healthy dynamics, learn safe dynamics, stable dynamics, all that stuff, it's really challenging to do that when a far majority of the people that you come in contact with are just not healthy, safe, or stable. Um, we've got our defense mechanisms, this, that, and the other. It doesn't make anybody good or bad. It just can definitely be unhealthy. Um, and of course, unsafe and unstable. But yeah, what I'm focusing on is really just setting the intention going into a situation with somebody to actually just bring all of my awareness and energy back to myself and not really worry so much about what it is that they might, think about me, like what they might feel, what they would say to me. It's really irrelevant. It really doesn't matter. What matters is how I feel. And here's the interesting thing too. This also leads to confidence. The only way that you can be confident is if you feel a sense of safety and trust, right? To feel that sense of safety and trust, you have to bring your awareness and energy back to yourself and into your body. If you're not aware of what it is that you're feeling, you're not going to be able to make the best decision that you could for yourself. So, this is why really being grounded with yourself, bringing your awareness and energy back to yourself, regardless of what the other person has to say about it, and just knowing when you need to step away from a situation or a conversation. Recognizing, okay, my heart rate is getting elevated. I'm starting to feel dysregulated. Um, it's time to take a step back from this, and maybe we can approach it later. And regardless of what they have to say, like, oh, come on, you can't take it like that. No. And also that it can be really easy to get sucked into that, to get consumed by that. So what's really necessary to do is to just bring your awareness and energy back to yourself and understand that whatever it is that you're feeling is valid, right? Um, it makes sense. It's not to be gaslighted or gaslit. But the other thing that I want to focus on this is I was actually on the theme of respect and disrespect. Disrespect specifically being more interesting to me because disrespect is something that's much more, I guess, emphasized when it comes to the experience, right? When you feel disrespected, you really feel it. You feel like you want to attack back, right? You feel like your boundary is being violated. Um, I think I'm starting to realize that not everyone sees things like respect and disrespect the same. This is not something that can really be generalized by society, something that can be like totally agreed upon. What it really is feeling. When you are disrespected, what does it feel like, right? And so the reason why feeling is so important to sit with is because it's an entire communication to the self, right? What is it that you're feeling? Are you feeling hurt? Do you feel like you're being mistreated? That's probably disrespect. And it's going to look different between this person and that person, or these two people and those people, right? It really goes back to feeling. And nobody can tell you what it is that you're feeling. Nobody can tell you that what you're feeling is invalid or inaccurate or deny your reality. That is unacceptable. What matters is that you know what it is that you're feeling, and based on what it is that you're feeling, you do the best that you can for yourself, right? This goes back into what I was saying before when I was talking about bringing your awareness and energy back to yourself. The only way that you're going to be able to make the best decision that you can for yourself is if you are present with yourself in your body and you know exactly what it is that you're feeling. That intuition that you have is not lying to you. It's there to guide you and bring you to home. Bring you to safety and bring you back home.